Going on, everyone? Welcome back to Breakpoint Breakdown. We are back after a few days. Quite a few things happened. We had a massive upset in Halle, which we'll get to in a second. We have Queens going on as well. Alcaraz in action over there. We did have Sinner in action in Halle, but Sasha Bublik with a massive win. It was his first ever win against a world number one. Bublik, who got dismantled by Sinner at the French Open, takes him out on the grass from a set down. What did you make of Bublik's big win?
Dude, Bublik's been pulling off like a bunch of upsets recently. I mean, it's kind of good for like the whole rotation of like tennis and like the like advertisements, all that. Dude, honestly, I also feel like it was a little bit of a mental block with like Jannik, especially after Roland Garros, losing like 5 hours, like 30 minutes. I mean,
Yeah.
I would be out if I was him. So I assume it's going to be hard for him to come back from Wimbledon, which is why I also have that affecting his draw and results like a little bit. He'll probably go to more four setters at Wimbledon, stuff like that. But yeah, that's still a crazy loss. I don't know what's up with Sinner, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
I don't think it's much of a case of Yannick as much. I think Bublik just played out of his mind. He was on fire. He just ripped the ball. The first set Sinner won in like half an hour. It was really convincing, 6-3. And then Bublik just went to his mind and he was like, you know what? I'm just going to rip everything and hope for the best. And that's exactly what happened. And he served out of a tree as well, Bublik. All the credit should go to Bublik. Look, Yannick did have breakpoint chances early in the second set. He should have converted those. He probably would have won if he did. But yeah, Yannick also did say he was a bit tired mentally and physically after that
Mhm.
taxing RG. And we know that. And he said he needed a break. And I think this is actually good for him having a little bit of a break going into
100%. Yeah.
Wimbledon now, because he is one of the favorites at Wimbledon. Him and Alcaraz, they're co-favorites currently. Alcaraz might be ahead now, but I like his chances at Wimbledon still for Yannick. Uh, Look, maybe there was a hangover from that French Open final that
Slightly,
he had
yeah.
chances. I don't know. I don't think he's the kind of person that would, but maybe he did. But yeah, amazing win for Bublik, and he carried that form. That wasn't just a one-off win for Bublik.
Oh
He
yeah.
took out Mahach in the quarters. He took out Hachinov today in the semis, and now he's into the final of Halle, and he will be taking on Daniil Medvedev. Medvedev regaining some form as well. He took out Sasha Zverev today in an epic match, a couple of tiebreaks, and then 6-4 in the third. It was their 20th meeting, and Chase, Medvedev leads their head-to-head now 13-7.
I mean, that's pretty bad for Zverev. I mean, Fritz, and Medvedev are going to. Zverev's just getting punched in between these two guys, and he's getting ping pong. So like, I don't know how he's going to come back mentally. I mean, everybody knows he's a mental midget. So I mean, we're, we'll
Mental
see. We'll see
midget.
what's going to happen with Zverev. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zverev. I'm happy for Medvedev though, because he really needed some form going into a tournament like this.
For
And
sure.
Medvedev on the grass, it's not really a surface you expect him to do well in, especially with that deep return position. But he's doing well here, Medvedev. It's great to see him. It's his first final in 15 months.
Wow.
Yeah, big for Daniil Medvedev, and he will be the eighth seed if he wins tomorrow. So he's looking for that. And Bublik, if he wins tomorrow, he's confirmed to be seeded at Wimbledon. So both guys have a lot of stakes going into tomorrow's match.
Yeah, I think Bublik needs it more than Medvedev, but Medvedev's
Yeah.
probably going to end up winning regardless. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was going to mention the head to head, it's very one sided. It's 6-0 Medvedev. Bublik and Medvedev, they are friends. Bublik, he speaks Russian. I think he was born in Russia as well, but he represents Kazakhstan. But these guys are friends. I don't know. Bublik's been locked in though, because I know sometimes when he takes on top players, Bublik, he likes to get a little showy, doesn't take it as seriously. But since the French Open, he's been taking tennis very seriously. I don't know. I think he's gonna just come out. I think he just should just come out and serve and volley, especially if Medvedev's standing deep as he usually does.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the change in surfaces as well, we're seeing a much more drastic change from clay to grass. Like we were talking about it earlier, the ball literally just straight skids now. It
Yeah.
doesn't, there's no bounce. I mean, if the ball skids like how it's playing now, everybody might as well serve and volley and bring back 2000s tennis at this point.
Yeah. All right. Let's make a prediction for this match. I'm gonna lean Medvedev in three just because of the head to head. Although I would love to see Bublik win this. I could see him winning this, but I'm going to lean towards Medvedev.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Median too. I feel like with his return stance, I feel like he'll be able to neutralize Bublik's serve. I feel like he'll be able to sneak in a lot of breaks, and everybody knows Medvedev's serve is still crazy and still
Yeah.
averages like 130. So, I mean, I have him winning in two. I see Bublik putting up probably a tiebreaker like 7-5, but I don't see him winning the match now.
Okay. So we both got Medvedev, but winning in different ways.
Hmm.
Let's go to Queens now because we have Alcaraz in action. And Chase,
Yeah.
the same day that Sinner lost, Alcaraz almost lost to Munar. He was down 4-2 in the third. They played a 3.5 hour match on grass, which
On
is
grass is
insane.
insane. On
Yeah.
grass is crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Munar, he's able to disrupt Alcaraz, but Alcaraz was just able to get through that match 7-5 in the third. And he's been looking better as the tournament's been going on. He's now in the final. Took out Batista Agut today, and then I
Crazy,
believe
yeah.
who was it in the quarters that I can't remember who he took out in the quarters.
I don't remember either, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but he did take out RBA today, and
Dude,
he's
for
going to
the
yeah. What do you
yeah,
gonna say?
sorry. For the Munar match, I feel like it's definitely the fatigue is hitting them both now. I feel like him and Jannik, the fatigue
Yeah.
from the Roland Garros final into
Oh
like the
well,
match now with Alcaraz playing Munar like 3.5 hours, the fatigue is gonna hit him. So he needs to win this final and then take a rest for a while before Wimbledon because he is not gonna have a lot of time to get like physically back to where he has to be.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think they are starting to get more tired, but they still are so young.
Oh yeah, 100%. The recovery is going to be really fast, but I'm talking about like for future reference when he's like 28, 29, it's not going to
Oh
be able
yeah,
to
yeah,
recover that fast. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It'll be interesting to see how they schedule once they get into the latter stages of their careers.
For sure.
So Alcaraz, he is into the final. Uh, I just want to mention Batista Agut. What a tournament for him because he took out Holger Rune yesterday, and he made
Yeah.
his first ever Queens semifinal at 37 years of age.
That's pretty crazy. I mean, hell, dude.
Yeah, Batista Agut, one of the veterans. He is a fighter, not enough to get through Alcaraz today.
Yeah, he can knock
Four
it out.
and four for Alcaraz. It was today. And by the way, I just remembered he played Rinder Kanesh in the quarters. That's who he played. Just
Rinderknech.
remembered.
Yeah, I forgot about Rinderknech beating Shelton as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Carlos, who is he going to take on? He is taking on Jiri Lehecka. Lehecka with a big win today against the Brit Jack Draper in his hometown tournament. He went 7-5 in the third, just getting through. Lehecka, he's been very impressive as well. It's Carlos and Lehecka. And Lehecka did take out Carlos in Doha earlier this year, 6-4 in the third. So Lehecka can beat Carlos. Do you think he can tomorrow?
I mean, I don't see Carlos being able to hit through Lechka. Lechka hits a
Yeah.
very strong ball from
Lehecka
what
hits
I've
a
witnessed.
huge ball.
Yeah, he hits a very, very strong ball. I don't see Carlos hitting through Lechka. I feel like Carlos is going to have to get more tactical, drop shots, slice corners, pushing the net, serving volley. He had 15 aces in his last match versus
Oh, really?
RBA. So, I mean, that kind of speaks for itself with spot serving on grass is insane.
Yeah,
So we're
he
probably
did.
going to see a lot of tactics from that. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. He did talk about his serve. He mentioned, I think in the Munar match, after the Munar match, he said his serve was really bad and he really wanted to improve on that. And I think it got better in the Rinderknecht match. And it seemed like it was really great today because he said 15 aces. That's very good
Hmm.
for Alcaraz. So he's in the final. He's got Lehecka. Yeah, I think you were right. Alcaraz can't hit through Lehecka. He's going to have to change it up, and he's great at changing
Yeah.
them up. He's probably got the most
The
variety in the game right
variety is
now.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he can't. Maybe he can get through those ups and downs that he has in matches, but I
Mhm.
think Lehecka is the kind of guy that can make him pay for it.
Yeah,
And
for
I
sure.
think he's going to have to be on it tomorrow. And I think he will because he knows that Lehecka is a guy that can beat him. And I don't know. I think Lehecka is going to have to come to the net as well and serve him volley and
Oh
change it
yeah.
up for him as well.
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, we know Alcaraz is a notoriously slow starter. I see him losing the first and closing out the second and third.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking a similar way. I'm thinking Carlos in three. It is a big final. I don't think Lehecka has won 500 yet, so it would be a pretty big deal. Lehecka, I think he'll win the first set, but I think Carlos will come through eventually in three, but
Yeah.
it will be tight.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, I think
Hmm.
I think we're both going Carlos there.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
All right.
Um, I guess one more thing I want to mention: Jack Draper
Paper.
with his win yesterday against Nakashima, he did lock in the number 4 seed. That is big, he will
That's
be
huge.
number 4. He won't have to play Sinner or Alcaraz until at least the semis. That's big for him. Fritz, he'll be number 5. Djokovic will be number 6. So we could get Djokovic Sinner or Djokovic Alcaraz in the quarters. That could be interesting. But yeah, that is all we got for today. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about what happened in these finals. It's going to be a big day tomorrow. Bublik, Medvedev, Alcaraz, Lehecka. We are excited for it.
For
And with
sure.
that, Chase,
All right. Thank you guys for all your support. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Breakpoint Breakdown 1 is our handle on all of these platforms. We love you guys for your continued support. And yeah, thank you all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.